Basketball Wives episode 8 review. So the episode starts with Jen and Evelyn meeting up. They basically just discussing Jen having to help Christian with this whole restitution before the wedding, and also them talking about Brooke having this party for everybody to get introduced to her new boo, and her having a divorce party, even though she's technically not single because she's with this guy now. They also talk about Jackie passing around Jennifer's nudes, and Jen is like, she could apologize, but I just don't understand why. Like, it's from a decade ago. And I'll just say, you girls are ridiculous. Like I said last week, Shawnee tried to say, oh, Jackie thanks herself for her services, as if like Jackie was kicked out the circle. But now the beginning of this episode, Evelyn talking about, oh yeah, I am gonna miss Jackie's funny banter. I like the kooky Jackie. Like, y'all have to figure out, do y'all want this lady in or out? Y'all can't decide how she's gonna be or what parts of her y'all gonna get. Y'all either gonna accept the lady for who she is or leave her the fuck alone. So we see Jacelle. She's really excited. Natasha won MVP while she was playing overseas, and now her and her son are coming to visit her because it's time for the wedding. I think it's this week or next week. Okay, so now we see everybody starting to arrive and decorating for Brooke's divorce party. So remember that Evelyn and Brooke's sister-in-law live close to each other, so they know each other. So Brooke's sister-in-law came in, joins the group of girls. Brooke still hasn't arrived. So everybody's talking, and Evelyn's like, so what do y'all think about Kevin? Because they met him last week at the party. So everybody's like, he seemed cool, he seemed nice, this, that, and the third. And then Evelyn was asking the sister-in-law, like, they're moving in together, right? She's finding them a place. And the sister-in-law was like, yeah. So Brandy decides to say, well, I feel like Brooke is moving too fast. Now, granted, is she saying what everybody's thinking? Yes. But I do get what Evelyn said as far as like Brandy got to mind her own business. And also Brandy got enough stuff going on in her own marriage and situation to be worried about somebody else. But I do mostly agree with Brandy. Like, Jennifer and everybody else feel like Brooke is moving too fast too. But y'all don't want to say it to her because y'all scared of Brooke. Y'all know Brooke got hands and she'll beat y'all up. And exactly what Brandy said, getting divorced and married in the same year is insane. So Brooke's mom and aunt show up. They have liquor in their bag. They turned up. They already tipsy. And basically, Brooke's mom was just like, I know everybody feel like Brooke might be moving fast, but when I've been married or divorced 2 or 3 times. So she just feel like, she's riding with her daughter. Whatever Brooke want to do and whatever make Brooke happy, she's with. She don't feel like Brooke is moving too fast. She said, when you know, you know. So Brooke arrives and the girls are having a really good time. You could tell Brooke needed to let go and she's doing that. She mentions that she hasn't seen Kevin since the family party. And I'm just like, that's a long time. Like, are you only seeing him on camera? Brooke gets in the pool with her dress on. Talking about this is a freedom party and I need to be free. Jacelle pulls Brooke over to the side so she could talk to her. She asked Brooke to officiate her wedding, and Brooke said yes. Of course, that was a very special moment between them, just building their friendship further. And Jacelle said, Brooke is her family. She's one of the people who's really been there for her since she's been out here away from her kid and her fiance. Mind you, Jennifer talking to Brooke mom, and she like, so you drunk that whole bottle over there? And Brooke mom was like, yeah, it's gone. Fucking fucked up. So Brooke brings everybody in and announces to them that, she's going to officiate Jacelle's wedding. And then her sister-in-law comes in and is like, you need to come get your mom. Like, she's really drunk. They go outside. Brooke's mom is asleep basically on the chair. So they have to get her up and get her out of there. The party's over, child. So Jennifer calls her movie producer and she's like, I'm really not comfortable with where the movie is right now. So can we put the screening on hold? And I think that makes sense because she needs to have it to the best quality that it could be, especially if she needs to get it sold quickly to help with Christian's restitution. Now, Brooke's sister-in-law must be a real estate agent. So she was supposed to show Brooke and Kevin a house. Kevin didn't show up. So Brooke and her mother are here to look at the house instead. So Brooke is talking to her mom and her sister-in-law, and she's like, I'm really not feeling it. I feel like he should be here, and maybe we should wait until he's 100% ready to be able to be in the city all the time and, do what he needs to do, because I shouldn't be looking for a house for the both of us on our own. And then they also show some other deleted scenes where, like, Brooke was supposed to meet up with him to eat out, and he texted her last minute, like, oh, I can't make it. So then Brooke just sat down and ate her food by herself. Even when she got her ex's initials tatted, I guess she was waiting to see Kevin, but it went so long that she ended up just, like, FaceTiming him and sending him a video like, oh, I got this covered up. So then we saw Jacelle and Natasha basically going to their wedding venue. I think it was Natasha's first time seeing it in person. So Jacelle was just showing her, and they was having like a little walkthrough of how they want to set the wedding up. So Brooke and Brandy meet up, and Brooke drops the bombshell that her and Kevin have broke up. She broke up with him over the phone. Brandy's not surprised, and neither am I. So Brandy was like, oh, so you coming out the clouds, you coming back to reality? And Brooke was like, well, I do feel like me and him are a great match, but at the end of the day, I don't want a long distance situation, especially if I'm talking about all these big plans with somebody. He has a lot of things going on where he lives, and I have a lot of things going on here. And basically, at the moment, it seems like neither one of them is willing to or able to fully move to the other's state full time. And I'm happy that Brooke clocked Brandy's tea, because Brandy was like, yeah, I do think it's a good idea for y'all to slow down. And Brooke was like, you was the same person who gave me the advice to stay with my cheating ass husband. And Brandy gonna say, oh, well, he didn't cheat on you anymore after the first time. And Brooke gonna say, how do you know? Like, you the one who thought you only got cheated on twice. You said you only caught Jason twice, but then he told you on Ayanla that he cheated on you 341 times. You want somebody to stay in a situation like you because you weak sauce. And Brooke was like, once a cheater, always a cheater. And Brandy was like, that's not true. So you think Jason is cheating on me? And Brooke looked at her like, and she said, I would hope not. Now Brandy talking about, am I wrong for taking Jason back? Why are you trying to get her to tell you if you wrong? Stop trying to control her life because she's not trying to control yours. If you want to take a nigga back that cheated on you 300 times, that's on you. But if she don't want to take a nigga back that cheated on her once, that's on her. Then Brandy tells her, so you don't think I'm 100% happy in my marriage? And Brooke said, no, I don't think you're 100% happy. Brooke said it's giving projection and it's giving the call is coming from inside the house. So the scene basically ends there, and it looks like Brandy and Brooke kind of left off in a tense space. Now we see Jackie meeting up with Shawnee. They have a fake ass little conversation and make up and tell each other they love each other. Whatever. I really don't think we'll be seeing Shawnee anymore until the reunion. So Jacelle is getting ready for her wedding day, and Brooke calls her and is like, I have a surprise for you and I'm gonna send it to you right now. And she sends Jacelle a video that I guess, she coordinated from Jacelle's childhood friend Vernon. So Jacelle is really happy and emotional, of course. Then it was also her mom, her aunt, and her uncle. And, I'm guessing some of these people were the people that her and Natasha was saying wasn't going to be able to make it to the wedding. So Brooke and Evelyn are talking before the wedding. And, Evelyn is like, you told me a little bit about you and Kevin broke up, but, like, what really happened? And Brooke was just like, I'm really sad. I don't know if I even made the right decision because, like she said, she does feel like they're a good match. And, Evelyn is just being supportive. She's not giving that I told you so energy that Brandy was giving. So Evelyn is just like, I don't want this to be like a Debbie Downer situation. I want you to be able to focus on officiating the wedding. So she's like, let's just get you distracted, like to stop talking and thinking about this. So they go to practice, Brooke's lines at the altar. And then we also see Jennifer walking in. Jennifer joins them at the altar, and, Jennifer and Evelyn play Jacelle and Natasha. And Jennifer is like, this is just getting me prepared for my own wedding as well. So Evelyn and Brooke start eating the food before the wedding even starts. And they was like, Jacelle is not going to care. She is not that formal like that. And Jennifer was like, well, this is not going to be going on at my wedding. Security. Brandy comes in. It's kind of awkward between her and Brooke is in her confessional like, Brandy had a lot to say the last time I saw her, and today is Jacelle's wedding, so I hope Brandy could just mind her business. So while they all sitting down eating, Evelyn says 1 wedding down, 2 to go, and Brooke's like, who's the 2? And she points to Brooke and Jennifer, and Brandy laughs and is like, I'm not getting into that again, basically saying like Brooke is not getting married. And Brooke was like, did you say something? And Brandy was like, oh, it's not going to be a part 2, Brooke, let's just enjoy this wedding. So Jacelle comes down the aisle. Natasha is crying. It's an emotional, beautiful sight. And Jacelle just basically says that this is the easiest, most calm relationship she's ever had. So the wedding is over, and now they're at the reception after. Jennifer drinking, talking about Blanco is beneath her. So being that Natasha has to go back to work, unfortunately, her and Jacelle aren't going to have a honeymoon right now. So Evelyn and Jennifer came up with the idea for them to have a girls' trip in the place of that. So Brooke leaves the table. Evelyn, Jen, and Brandy are sitting there, and Brandy starts telling Jen everything that happened with her and Brooke, including the fact that Brooke and Kevin broke up. So Evelyn's just looking. So Evelyn goes over to Brooke and she's like, Brandy is over there telling Jen all your business about what's going on with you and Kevin. So Brooke is like, what? So Brooke is like, I'm going to hold this because it's Jacelle's day, but I'm going to leave because I already done officiated the wedding and I don't think I'm going to be able to sit at the table with Brandy without saying something. So she goes and says her byes to Jacelle and Natasha, and then she comes over, gives Evelyn and Jen a hug and a kiss on the cheek and says bye. And she just goes, we'll talk later to Brandy, and walks out the door. So Brandy was acting shocked, and Evelyn let it be known, yeah, I told her you was over here talking. So Evelyn leaves too. So now Jen and Brandy just sitting there looking stupid. And of course the beef between Evelyn and Brandy is back on. See y'all next week. Bye.